海軍の包囲は予想したが、島の形が変わるほどとは。名護レイリー。おい、白ひげの見習い小僧、大人げないが、私はお前が嫌いでね。私が見届ける。誰も余計な真似をせず、島を出たまえ。
You ever see a character walk into a scene and everyone just knows they're about to ruin somebody's day? Not a punch thrown, not a word said, just vibes, pure, terrifying vibes. One Piece has mastered the art of the aura entrance, those moments where a character shows up in the room, temperature drops by 10 degrees. So today we're counting down the coldest, most disrespectful, and honestly most dramatic aura entrances in the series.
Hey! まだ生きてやがったのか。
父さん、もう気が済んだ。花形登場だよい。
Starting off strong, we have Zoro's return to the battlefield. After smashing all his bones and nearly dying from Kaido's and Big Mom's attack, Zoro sets the stage on fire by his stunning comeback. My man Marco knew what was coming and decided to take the best seat to view this epic piece of art. Zoro's and Sanji's teamwork is something I would literally pay to watch, and trust me, I wouldn't be disappointed even a bit. These two aren't called the Wings of the Future Pirate King for no reason.
Oi, ぐるぐる、この戦いを制したらよ。
ああ、見えてくるな、ルフィが海賊王になる姿。
The notorious off-screen killing merchant makes his way to defeat Law and to get his hands on his broken devil fruit. Blackbeard might look like a goofy character with no brain, but in reality, he's one of the smartest and plotting. Law knew things were about to go dirty, so he played the game. Law flexes his newly awakened abilities and catches Blackbeard off guard, but we all know this a-hole isn't going down easily, and that's what he actually did. Blackbeard flexes his groundbreaking ability and leaves Law completely speechless.
全員能力者か。全員海が弱点ってことだよな。ルームタクトクローム。俺を捕まえたいのならガープや戦国でも連れてこい。
ああ、船長！島の反対側に白ひげの船だ。
白ひげか。
ガーンもどけ。
噂通り強いな。待てギャワンレディー。 よう侍カムサリ
Two legends in one frame, this moment from One Piece had us all hyped up. The King of Pirates clashed with none other than the King of Seas. Whitebeard makes an epic entrance to confront Roger, and Roger replied to his gesture with an epic flex of haki. Both our legends showcases a piece of their powers, and it was plenty enough to destroy an island itself.
来たがワンピースまだ続ける気か海賊ごっこ潔く退場しろルーキーども20年以上先の未来に次の時代を担う強力な海賊たちが新世界へ押し寄せてくる俺がもし死んだならカイドウを討てるのはそいつらだ
The Supernovas making their grand entrance for their intense showdown against two Yonkos is unforgettable. The choreography, music, animation, everything was spot on. The boys we saw at Sabaudi and the boys we saw at Wano are completely different. They really went from facing pacifistas to literal Yonkos of the sea. Our Captain Luffy making that blasting entrance with a glimpse of Odin was the cherry on top.
俺の前でも随分大口叩いたよな。遅くなった。
おい小僧ト
ロこいつら全員下へ
お前さんが覇気と呼ぶそれをワノ国では竜王と呼ぶ流れるという意味を持っている
ゴムゴムのヘッドロックおいカイドウ俺はモンキー D ルフィ海賊王になる男だ
何の音だ
船長でけえ穴だ武器を取れ
確か。ここらの上空には、怪物が住むとか住まねえとかの、空島の伝説がなかったか。
ふざけやがって、一体誰が
強き者は生き、弱き者は死ぬ。この世は、ただ、それだけだ。
Kaido is that guy who makes you think, is he for real? We've seen numerous mind-blowing feats of Kaido, but this one, oh boy, this is something else. The King of Beast Kaido makes his first appearance, but in the most badass way possible. Kaido tries to kill himself by jumping off the Sky Island, but what was the result? Kaido comes out without a single scratch, and makes the worst generation reconsider their decisions. Kaido's introduction wasn't any normal introduction. It was a testimony that this man was indeed the strongest.
男は、死に場所を探していた。彼は今、自殺をしたのだ。
くそ頭痛え。うまくやったよ。白ひげのじじいは。
死に場所を求める男の名は、百獣のカイドウ。陸、海、空、最強の生物と呼ばれる海賊。
し 座ってり急げジョーカー最後の戦闘準備を整えろ世界最高の戦争を始めようぜ
そこまでだもうやめましょうよもうこれ以上戦うのやめましょうよ
ああ誰じゃい正しくもない兵は海軍にはいらん
ダメだ死ぬだけど僕は言ったんだ悔いはない
よくやった。若い海兵。お前が命を懸けて生み出した勇気ある数秒は、良くか悪くか。この戦争を、終わらせに来た。
When Marineford was in shambles after the death of pirate legend Whitebeard and Ace, there seemed no end for the violence until Kobe stepped in to stop the bloodshed. Even though Kobe showcased his bravery, he wasn't on that level for them to consider his words up until Shanks spawned out of nowhere to stop the chaos. Shanks didn't just tell them to back off, he threatened them. Shanks' statement was an order to stop the war at once, and no one dared to oppose him.
赤髪海賊団だ
これ以上欲しても、まだ暴れ足りない奴がいるのなら。来い！俺たちが相手をしてやる。どうだ、ティーチ。
やめておこう。
全員、この場は、俺の顔を立ててもらおう。
海賊の指示など受けんぞ構わん。お前なら、いい。赤髪。
すまん。
戦争は、終わりだお前ら誰をさらったか分かったのかコビーは海軍の未来そしてわしの愛弟子じゃ
Beware of an old man in a profession where men usually die young is not just a random quote. It is a fact. Garp, despite being 80 years old, flew into Hachinosu to rescue Kobe, and he absolutely put the screen on fire. Garp flexes his haki and then throws a nuke on the island, and I instantly knew Akainu is a lucky man. Imagine being so strong even after being decades off your prime. That's the big dog Garp. I was expecting no less from the Pirate King's rival.
Impact! 納得いかんのすっかり驚いたまさかこりゃあとんでもねえ場所に湾内に侵入されました何十年ぶりだ戦国白ひげ無事なんだろうなちょっと待ってなエース
Here he comes, the strongest man in the world, riding on his Moby Dick, Whitebeard, along with his sons, infiltrating Marineford to rescue Ace. And for his welcome, there were almost every major power of the world present there. Whitebeard isn't just a name in the pirate world. It's a fear. It's a legend. And even though he was already close to death, they still had to bring all their soldiers. Whitebeard showcased his terrifying powers, and it surely left the entire fandom speechless. This man shows what true aura means.
ほら来たぞい。さっきあいつが仕掛けた怪神が津波に変わってやってくる。グラグラの実の自信人間白ひげエドワード・ニューゲート。津波だ。でかい。勢力で上回ろうがあの男は世界を滅ぼす力を持っているんだ。津波だ。なんて力だ。まさに伝説の怪物。一石見えるって。
キザル到着しましたんで。
キザルだ。
もしもし。
まだこのよせ。
おかしいね。まったくものを聞いただけでしょう。こりゃちょっとやりすぎたね。
Kizaru most likely has the coldest entry in One Piece. After Luffy punches a celestial dragon, an admiral comes to clean up the mess, and it was none other than Kizaru himself. Kizaru enters the island on a cannonball. Talk about badassness. After landing, Kizaru had no chill, and he then proceeded to show levels to every worst generation rookie present there. Kizaru was so overpowered with that devil fruit, I actually thought he was invincible.
光の速度で蹴られたことはあるかい？
まさかあれはキザル。ゴーマの層。
何の能力か知らねえけども実体はあるな。お、びっくりしたね。ヤタの鏡。
止まれパシフィスタ。
五老戦士か。
Saturn Saint, one of the highest authority in One Piece, makes his cold, terrifying entry into Egghead. The Gorosei were always mysterious beings, and this moment ensures it. Saturn looked no less than a demon, and his devil fruit is probably a mythical zone like Luffy. Saturn showcases a glimpse of his abilities, and Oda managed to tell us that he indeed is a monster of his own.
なんだあれ、怪物じゃねえか。
やめろ。地上か。久しぶりだ。サターン星か。とうに殺されたと思ったが